Hi, Miss H. How are you? My name is Miss Gibson, and I'm one of CH's special education teachers. This is Miss Moss. She is also the case manager for CH. This is Miss Brown. She is the homeroom teacher, and this is Miss Vaughn. She's the lead SPED teacher, and Miss Patterson Jones is the assistant principal. And we are so glad that you were able to come today and meet with us in person so that we can get this initial IEP ready so we have CH on the road to success and to thrive. So I printed out these agendas for everybody so you can follow along and just kind of know what we're talking about as we go along. If you have any questions, please take note. We can pause. I can try to answer them to the best of one of our abilities. So the purpose for meeting today is this is the initial IEP. Then it says delivery of procedural safeguards. Ms. H, you will receive the procedural safeguards when the signature is obtained. So when you sign the IEP, you will get a hard copy of this. This is just a brief overview of the assessment information where we've been. So last week on 10/18/22, an eligibility summary. The team met to determine the eligibility for CH. He was tested in the spring, and at that time he was making adequate progress in the school setting. He was referred for only a 504 plan. Since 2022 and 2023 school year has begun, there have been many concerns with his behavior and it impacting his ability to learn in areas regarding reading and language arts. His behaviors are sometimes seen during math, but he will usually complete the assignment. The team has decided that additional testing is not needed and that we can use the testing from last year. Ms. H was comfortable with continuing with the eligibility meeting at this time. The team determined that CH's autism is impacting his academics. The team finds that his autism is impacting him in the class and his ability to complete work. The team finds that CH requires specially designed instruction to make academic progress in the school system. The team also finds that CH meets the criteria as a student with autism and requires special education services under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA. His present levels of performance. What this means, like what your child knows and understands and is able to do now. So CH is a second grade student with autism. He is currently functioning on a kindergarten level, which is 2 grade levels behind his grade level peers in reading. He is also functioning on a first grade mid-year level in math. CH has great difficulty with loud sounds. This includes loud noises, collective voices within the classroom, loud music instruments such as a trumpet in a music class. Also, he gets overwhelmed with too much commotion. His teachers have noticed that he squints when he's outside, especially lining up when he is facing the sun. CH has a difficulty transitioning from out of the car with mom or grandparents into the school building. Transitioning is an area of concern for CH. In Power School right now we're going to switch and talk about his grades. In Power School right now, he has a C, which is a 77, which don't worry about that because there are some grades that still need to be entered into the system. Reading is a 99A. Math is a 95A. History is a 98A. In MAPS, when he was tested, he tested for reading at 173, which they were wanting him to be at 172, which is great. In math, it was a 181, which they were only expecting him to be at a 175. This past fall, 2022, at the beginning of the school year, we did our PALS testing. Total spelling score, he got a 29 out, and they were looking for 20. His pre-primer word list, he got a 15 out of 20. His primer word list, he got a 7 out of 20. And the first grade list, he got a 5 out of 15. Instructional oral reading level is a PBB, which is a kindergarten reading level, mid-year kindergarten reading level. The testing accommodation for the third grade SOL will be the accommodations used for the fall and winter growth assessments. Student strength and needs. Strengths. CH is strong in math. He writes his 2s and 5s backwards, but when given a model, he corrects on his own. Spelling from dictation is also a strength for him as well. Needs. CH needs academic instruction within the collaborative classroom with a special education support to address his individual needs. He needs a 50-minute multi-sensory small group reading in the special education classroom. This will help with his phonological needs will be met in this classroom, and it will also help give him confidence. Written expression is CH's weakness area. Therefore, he needs to dictate a scribe, and the scribe written in highlighter for him to trace. So we will ask him for his answer. We will write in highlighter what he says, and then he can trace it. This kind of aids it so that he's not struggling and getting disappointed because of his handwriting. CH becomes overwhelmed when there's a lot of noise, loud noises, loud voices within the classroom, or a lot of commotion. When CH becomes overwhelmed or sensory overloaded, he will crawl under his table or run around the classroom. There have been instances when he'll try to get out of the door. He needs frequent sensory breaks within the classroom. A bin with putty, Play-Doh, pegboard, poppets, squishy balls, etc. are collected. The team would like to try scheduled breaks within the sensory room. Yes. So we have a sensory room where if he would like to go there, he will just pick it off his visual board that we'll talk about, and we will walk him down there. He can choose from swinging or jumping on a trampoline. It's just different sensory breaks that maybe he might need to get some of that built up energy out at times. Now, this is the part we talked about the other day, and if you have any other concerns, please, this is the time to just ask or tell us. That's what we're here for. It really does take a village. So, Mom is greatly concerned for CH's safety, and she wants what's best for him, making sure that he is fully getting his education due to lack of being picked up and his behavior interfering with him being able to complete full days at school, which we all understand. So just making sure he gets that education. Is there anything that I missed or anything else that you would like for me to add in there? Okay, good. Well, let's just keep on going then. If you think of anything, please don't hesitate to let us know. Assistive technology. On his desk, we will have a hundreds chart and a number line. This is just a great visual for him. If he gets his numbers backwards, he can kind of look. This will help him so he doesn't get frustrated when we start learning to add and subtract bigger numbers. We will have a visual sensory schedule, which is where he can pick what sensory break that he wants to use, whatever he wants to use on his sensory schedule that he could pick to go out of the classroom with. He will have a coping skills choice board. All of these are picture charts. We will go over them with him and tell him what they are and how he can use them. He will also have a visual daily schedule from the beginning when he gets there all the way to when he leaves. So these are little pictures that we will move once everything is completed. A recommendation, if you are interested in, I know you said one time that he struggled with his routine at home, especially in the morning. Maybe we could come together and work and make a visual chart that you could use at home to help him get ready for school. So Papa doesn't struggle as much in the mornings, because we know how those mornings can be sometimes. Does that sound okay? Okay, great. So we're on the same page so far. Okay, accommodations. We, like I said, we're going to have a choice board for him because it's important that for these sensory breaks that he can actually pick something that he enjoys to give him that break. We will have, like I said, we have the desktop number line and hundreds chart. We have a desktop office folder, a privacy folder, as some people call it. It just sits on his desk. He can put it up when he wants to. Oh, wait, excuse me, sorry. He can take it up as he wants. He can put it away as he wants to. It just gives him a hiding shield if he needs it, if it feels overwhelming. We have the headphones with Bluetooth ability where he can listen to water sounds once he gets overstimulated. Or if it gets too loud, he can put them on to help. But we did get the ones that are softer for him with a memory foam. We are waiting for our tech guy to come and hook them up to the internet. We will have our visual daily scan schedule for him ready to go each day, and we will move through them done as we're done. When he gets into one of his moods or one of his overloads and he finally calms down, it's hard to get him to kind of pick back up, so we like to give him hand gestures. So I'll ask him a question, and then I'll be like, yes or no, are you ready to go back to class? Yes or no. And then he can either signal yes and no, or he can point to which hand if he's ready, or if he needs a few more minutes to kind of get himself back together. What learning environment will best meet CH's needs? That's what we're all here for. CH is able to participate with his non-disabled peers within a collaborative classroom with special education support and the accommodations provided on this IEP. He will receive 60 minutes of collaborative reading one time a day, collaborative math for 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes one time a day of social studies, one semester, and then 15 minutes once a day collaborative science for the second semester. And he will participate with his non-disabled peers during lunch and recess. And again, there's a note on there: the testing accommodations for the third grade SOLs will be the accommodations that are used for the fall and winter growth assessments.